Because I'm a procrastinator college student, I tend to spend quite a bit of time on Pinterest. I always find myself going down the most random rabbit holes, and one day I found myself in the historical events area. As I was scrolling through my feed, I saw a post about some French anarchists from the late 80s. It seemed kind of interesting, and the picture was pretty cool. So I clicked on it. It ended up bringing me to a story about the French government having a program to build prisons, and these French anarchists were sabotaging their projects by putting sugar into the wet cement. This caused the cement to stay soft. Well, indefinitely. It caused the sugar caused the cement to never set. I did some more research on this story because honestly, how cool is that? And I found out that they only had to add 2 pounds of sugar for every 1 ton of wet cement. I was shocked. I needed to test this out. There is no way that 0.1% of the weight of wet cement in sugar will ruin a whole batch of cement. That's just too little. I put together a procedure that tested out 0.05%, 0.1%, and 0.2% mass of concrete and sugar, and the results were a little surprising. If you would like to see my data and results, I highly encourage you to check out my poster below. It has pictures, a more in-depth explanation of my project, and some ideas for future projects. But in the meantime, I would like to give you guys a little demonstration of what went down in my experiment. So, right here, I have some cups of cement that I used from my project. Now, I'm not going to tell you which one had what amount of sugar in it, but you can either guess or what I would prefer you to do. Check out my poster. So, I'm going to start off with this guy right here. So, when I pour him into the container, you can definitely hear it. There's quite a bit of dirt in there, but there is some pretty big chunks. There's this guy, pretty big, and there's this guy too. Very, very large. Now, probably not something I would really want to be using in my prison project. Seems like something that they could escape from pretty easily. Now, let me just pour this back in here. Stick those little chunks back in there. Oh, big chunk and little chunk. Now, the next one I would like to show you guys is this guy. Oh, this guy. So when I pour him into there, you can kind of hear that there's a little bit of dirt, but not a ton. And you can definitely see that in here. There's a bigger chunk that has some kind of coming off the top, but the majority of it's right here, not in the dirt, not like before. So that one, I might consider. I mean, it's not terrible, but it is crumbling a little bit. Now, the third one is this guy. When I pour him into the... Yeah, that's a lot of dirt. And I promise, this is cement. Not sturdy at all. I think the biggest chunk in here is this guy. But, I mean, not much going for this one. Definitely don't want to use this one for building material and really any building. Ooh, it's getting dirt all over the place. It's not good. Alrighty. And the last one I'd like to show you guys is this guy. Now, when I dump him in there, I mean, you couldn't really hear any dirt because, well, there really isn't any. This guy, see? Nothing really. He's pretty hard, pretty sturdy, pretty heavy, but very dense. This is probably the best one so far for building material. Now, if you thought that was kind of interesting and would like to see which cup had which amount of sugar in it, I recommend that you check out my poster below entitled Just Not in the Cement. Thank you.